Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back by a brand new video. Today we are going to make the beat of Bladee, ECCO2K and THAIBOY Digital, TLDR. TLDR is of course produced by the one and only WHITEARMOR. So let's get it, man. Let's get it. So to start this one off, TLDR is playing in the C# minor scale with a BPM of 147, and I started with writing this chord progression. It is a pretty repetitive pattern, but when analyzing the original song I noticed that all the melodic elements are a little bit repetitive. At least until the 8th bar, there's always some sort of variation at the end of the pattern. You will see it more clearly when we start creating all the other parts as well. I will just start with writing the melody on top of this so you can kind of see what I mean. For the melody I wrote this. So as you can see with the melody, the first two bars keeps repeating until the 8th bar, and there's a little variation there. This is just something to keep in mind when you want to create a beat like TLDR. For the sound of the melody, I made this in Siren. So it is a super simple patch where both oscillators are set to the basic shapes, and the most important one is actually oscillator B, where I set it to the pulse wave, that is wavetable position 6, and oscillator A is just there to thicken up the sound a little bit. I put the warp mode to FM from B, so we just have a little bit of the texture of oscillator B in there as well. The next sound that we're going to add is some sort of background lead, so for that we can just clone this Siren and we can just use this patch, but the only thing that we are going to change is this sine wave. I will set it to the saw wave, so we just have a little bit of a different texture. This sound will kind of follow the bottom notes of our chord progression, so we can just copy these notes here and let's paste them onto this patch. And now the only thing that we gotta do is create a little bit of a rhythm with these notes. It just plays something like this, and this again repeats until the last bar where there's a little variation again. The next sound that we are going to add is the counter melody. For that we would just clone this Siren again, and I made something like this for it. It is just some sort of bell thing, and for the melody I wrote something like this. But before we go and play the counter melody, what I noticed in the original again is that WHITEARMOR did shift the melody off the grid by around half a step. Shifting some elements a little bit off the grid might help them stand out your mix a bit more, or it could just help with the whole bounce of the track. They are not timed on the beat, so it just could help with the movement of the beat. It just kind of depends on what you want to achieve. If you want to create that effect yourself as well, it is nothing too crazy. You can just go into your arrangement view and just shift it half a step off the grid, or you can do it in the piano roll and just shift these notes a little bit to the right. It just depends on what you want. Before we go further, still around 60% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. Come on man, you would help me out a ton if you could hit the subscribe button. You will get some free sounds along the way. Speaking of free sounds, the 2.5k subscriber booster box did drop on the website, so you can check it out. Of course after you've watched this video. The link is in the description down below. I appreciate all the support, so thank you very much. En dan gaan wij weer lekker doorgrap. The next sound that we're going to add is the Reese Bass. So again, I will just clone this Siren, and we are just going to use the Reese Bass that is in my first Siren bank, and that being the WHITEARMOR bass. The link is in the description down below if you want to check it out. And the Reese Bass is following the background lead that we made earlier, so we can just copy that and let's paste it onto the Reese. So let's go ahead and add the drums to this. That want to know where to find the drum sounds I have used in this video, the majority of the sounds are from the West 9 Resurgence kit. This kit is available on Splice. So yeah, I think it's time for the 808. For the 808 we would just go with the classic Spins 808. You should probably have this 808 in one of your drum kits. It is a pretty well-known 808. And this is what I wrote for the pattern of the 808. It is just following a little bit the bottom notes of our chord progression. So yeah, this is how it sounds. Finish this beat off, we of course need the siren you hear in the beginning of the song. I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I feel like I failed a little bit on this one. I mean, the sound that I made for it, I don't really like it. This is how it turned out. You can't always roll 6, you know? I think WHITEARMOR just used a sample for this or something, but yeah. Either way, to finish this one off, we of course are going to add a clipper to it. And why not, man? We are going to try a different key. And on the final beat, I'm just gonna take out this siren. I don't care. I don't like it. I guess this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate it if you could leave a like, maybe subscribe, that is up to you. If you want the FLP, I will leave a link for it in the description down below. Other than that, it's been Thomas, man. Peace out.